I don't know how fast it looks on the video, but I can tell you in a headset, when you're literally sniffing the beetle's bum, it's fast.
Welcome to the Oasis. My name is Mike, and today I'm going to be checking out Thumper on the Oculus Go. Now, it's been a while since we've done an Oculus Go video, and that's purely because there's not really been much in terms of decent content that's been released just recently on the headset, which is a shame because I love using this headset. But I was pleased when the developers Drool announced that Thumper would be ported to the Oculus Go, and it finally released today, the 5th of September 2018. Now, you can pick it up for £7.99 in British pounds, £9.99 in US dollars. Now, the biggest question about Thumper on the Oculus Go is, will the controller for the Oculus Go stack up to allow that precise movement of the little beetle in time with the music? Well, we're about to find out. So, without further ado, let's dive in.
Okay, and welcome to Thumper. I'm actually starting this gameplay from the second level. The first level is more of a tutorial. So the premise of this game is simple. You control this futuristic chrome space beetle, which is hurtling down this track, and you've got to press the buttons on the controller in time with the music. So I'll talk you through the controls as we go along. This was one of the things that I was kind of worried about when they announced that Thumper was coming to the Oculus Go, was that how the controls would, translate on this platform, because it requires some quite fast movements, but from what I've played so far, I think they've done a pretty decent job. So let's explain. You've got the trigger here at the bottom. That's what you use to sort of hit the flashing sort of squares like this. And then when you get into a corner like this, you pull the trigger and then point away from the corner that you're going into. So you're kind of sliding into the corner like that. And what you're doing is you're touching on the trackpad in the opposite direction, like this. So you do kind of get the rhythm of it. I have played Thumper before on the Oculus Rift, so I kind of used to this gameplay. For that one where you have to jump over objects, I wasn't concentrating there. For the spike pits we have to jump, you just press in the center of the trackpad. And then for those bars going across, you press and hold the trigger. So it might seem a little bit complicated, but trust me, you get to grips with it pretty quickly. It's just when you've got like multiple sharp corners in a row that it gets a bit tricky with the trackpad, I think. The developers Drool say they will be maybe adding controller support in the future, but right now you just got to use this thing. So I'm just going to carry on playing and have some fun, enjoy the beats. Hope you guys and girls are enjoying this one. It's still damn fast, and bearing in mind it's running on a mobile platform, it's pretty impressive really. But then again, this game has been ported to iOS, iPhone, and also Nintendo Switch as well, so the developers know what they're doing when it comes to optimizing the game for different hardware. There's parts like that that make it quite difficult, because you've got to quickly move your thumb over to the other side of the trackpad to get that slide in. But bearing in mind I'm using this little thing, I'm not doing too bad so far. But if you like music rhythm games, especially something like this with a dark tone, it's a little bit different from everything else, you'll enjoy this one. So what you've got is, you've got 9 levels in total, each with different segments. So as you can see, I just got an S rank for that one, which means I did pretty well. Oh, I didn't do very well there, so this is a good time to show you what that looks like when you're not doing so well. And that is, you'll see that the outer shell of the beetle has come off where I made a mistake. And now, my only chance to get that shell back is to make it to the checkpoint without making another mistake. If I make another mistake, then it's going to be game over, but I can restart from the segment I left off, so it's not too bad. But this game does get very difficult, just be aware of that. So there we go, checkpoint done, my shell is back online. Now I've got 2 lives essentially to keep playing. So yeah, 9 levels, each broken down into segments, and then at the end of each level you fight a big stage, end of stage boss, which is like a big demon head thing. And hopefully I can show you a bit of that very shortly. I have to say, in terms of graphics, the visuals, looks pretty decent. Obviously it doesn't look as good as the Oculus Rift version, but you know, bearing in mind the hardware it's running on, I think they did a pretty decent job. Frame rate is pretty stable. Maybe hitches back a little bit in some parts, but for the most part, pretty solid. How do we do there? S rank, nailing it. Trying to get into the rhythm now. You will not believe how insane it gets later on in the harder levels. And that's where I really worry about this controller. But for now, it's okay. Oh, I missed that one. So I'm not going to get an S rank for that. B rank, because I missed one. Wow. So as you can see, things start getting a little bit trippy. You know, the beats, the way the things look, the colors. It's very cool. They actually call this game, they actually describe it as rhythm violence, because that's exactly what it is. It's so violent and aggressive with the dark music, the dark tone, and this slamming into corners and slamming into objects. Really cool. You can tell things are starting to ramp up a little bit now. So to do the jump, it's just a tap in the middle of the trackpad. Oh yeah, it's getting fast for sure. I don't know how fast it looks on the video, but I can tell you in a headset, when you're literally sniffing the Beetle's bum, it's fast.
A few moments later.
Okay, this is the final boss of level 2. I've sort of fast forwarded a little bit because this is where things really get a little bit interesting. We have to fight this demon head. That is a face only your mother could love. And I messed that one up. But it's okay. Just goes in a loop. If you miss the final shot, which is the big glowing one, just loops you back around and you get another go. Bang! Stick that in your pipe. Okay, so we've got to do that 2 more times, I think, and then we're good. And then we could say good night to Mr. Demon Head. That's number 2. Things are really getting a bit fast now. I'm trying not to blink. Number 3, maybe one more I think. Come on. Oh! Here we go. Yes. Woo! Okay, let's jump to the outro.
Okay guys and girls, so that is my gameplay and initial first impressions of Thumper on the Oculus Go. I have to say I was pleasantly surprised about the Oculus Go controller being used in this title. I was really skeptical at first, but I have to say it was pretty simple. You just use the trackpad in combination with the button trigger pushes and the trackpad pushes, and that kind of seems to be all you need to use really to control the little beetle throughout the sort of moves that you need to complete to progress through the game. So, would I want full controller support? Yes, of course, because that's the way I'm used to playing the game, but I have to say it does work for now. So, the developers did tease that they might be adding full controller support in the future, but for now we're just going to have to do with the Oculus Go controller. So I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you excited about this one? Have you played Thumper before, or is this going to be the first time playing Thumper on the Oculus Go? I'd love to know your thoughts either way. So I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this one. Leave a like if you did. Make sure you're subscribed for all my future content. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.